Welcome to our channel. In this video, we will discuss about how to conquer your financial destiny. 7 steps to financial freedom. Before we begin, we invite you to subscribe and hit the notification bell to receive all our updates. This topic suggests an approach towards financial empowerment and taking control of your personal economic situation. It proposes a set of 7 steps that, once mastered, lead to economic freedom. It involves a process of learning and applying strategies to achieve a state of financial independence and security. It's feasible to achieve financial freedom by following a process that can be learned and adhered to. The first step involves acquiring basic knowledge, which means understanding common financial concepts and being able to apply them in your daily life. While it's not an extremely difficult task, it requires an effort similar to other valuable activities. The steps towards financial freedom can be broken down in various ways, depending on the level of detail desired. I suggest 7 steps because they cover different areas of knowledge and skills, but they encompass everything needed to take control of your financial situation. Steps to financial freedom: manage income earnings, manage expenses, emergency fund, reduce or eliminate debt, protection, savings, investing. Now let's name them one by one. Manage income or earnings. This is fundamental to achieving personal financial freedom. The basic premise is that income should be equal to or greater than expenses. This implies that we should not spend more than we earn to avoid financial problems. There are 2 important aspects to this equation: income and expenses. While there is a limit to how much we can reduce expenses, there is no set limit to how much we can increase our income. We can increase our income by seeking better paying employment, getting a second job, or improving our skills to access promotion opportunities. Additionally, owning a business gives us the possibility to significantly increase our income. Manage expenses. Expenses are the other side of the coin on the path to financial freedom. What we spend is directly related to our income. Managing expenses has the advantage of being more flexible. Generally, we can adjust our expenses more quickly than we can increase our income. It's crucial to plan our expenses to avoid exceeding them and spending more than we earn. People who do not plan tend to overspend, since even small expenses can add up significantly. To keep effective control over expenses, we can use a budget. This can be as simple as a list on paper, a detailed spreadsheet, or one of the many budgeting apps available. The key is finding a method that fits our needs and that we can maintain over the long term. Emergency fund. The third step towards financial freedom is to establish an emergency fund. This fund acts as a financial lifeline, allowing us to cover unexpected expenses without resorting to loans. Even a modest emergency fund is better than none. Since emergencies are inevitable, it's crucial to have a fund available for such situations. Otherwise, we might be forced to resort to high-interest loans, such as credit cards. Starting to build an emergency fund, even with small weekly amounts, is essential. Ideally, it would be best to have reserves equivalent to 3 to 6 months of expenses, but any amount we can set aside is a good start. Reduce or eliminate debt. Incurring debt means committing a portion of your future income to pay back what you have borrowed. This limits your ability to keep your expenses below your income in the future. All debt has a cost, represented by the interest, which is calculated as an annual percentage of the amount borrowed. Ultimately, you will pay more than what you borrowed due to these interests. Although sometimes debt is inevitable, like for acquiring goods such as a car or a house, its use should be carefully considered. While some can easily afford to incur debt, for most people, acquiring goods like a car, a house, or education means taking on debts. The main problem with debt lies in revolving loans, such as credit card balances. While having a credit card can be useful, it should not become a long-term debt. It's crucial to first address this revolving debt to improve your financial situation before tackling long-term debts. Before we continue, we invite you to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell to receive all our notifications. Protection. It's essential to protect our fundamental assets, such as our home or our ability to generate income. We must also ensure that we have our important documents in order, such as a will or advance directives in case of incapacity, and be aware of measures to prevent identity theft. Protecting essential assets usually involves acquiring insurance. We should consider whether we wish to leave any estate to our survivors in case of premature death, as well as how we would cover funeral expenses. Additionally, we should think about how we would handle expenses if we find ourselves sick or disabled and unable to work, which could be resolved with disability insurance. Moreover, it is prudent to have car and home or renter's insurance. If we own assets apart from those for our retirement, it is advisable to draft a will. It is important to designate beneficiaries for retirement assets, as they are not subject to testamentary provisions. If we have children, making a will is crucial. Furthermore, it is essential to inform oneself about identity theft to take basic measures that protect us. This problem will continue to be a concern over the long term. Savings. We build our financial base through the act of saving. The distinction between saving and investing lies in the types of assets we use in each case. Saving involves the accumulation of stable assets whose value remains constant and does not grow significantly over time. However, these assets are available when needed. Typically, we reserve savings for short-term goals, usually within a 5-year period, where the priority is to preserve capital rather than seek significant returns. These goals may include buying a new car, a vacation, or the down payment for a house. Since these are short-term objectives, we opt to store the money in a safe place, where it can be easily accessible when needed. Investing. Investing involves placing resources in financial instruments with the expectation that they will grow at a rate above inflation over time. The goal is for the invested funds to be able to buy more in the future compared to what they can buy today, which contributes to improving our long-term financial prospects. We opt for assets that are anticipated to outperform savings or more conservative investments. This strategy can be implemented through indexed funds, asset allocations, or funds with a defined time horizon. Many consider investing essential for economic progress. However, investing is not about making exceptional choices. Success in investing lies in selecting assets with a high probability of growth over time. This is neither complicated nor glamorous. Although it may be tempting, it is prudent to resist the excitement of high-risk investments and opt for what we know works well. Low-cost indexed funds, asset allocations, or funds with a time horizon can be effective tools for achieving our financial goals. It is true that some knowledge about investments is necessary, but it does not have to be complicated, stressful, or require a large amount of time. Successful investors choose solid investments and hold them over time. With consistency and patience, success in the financial race is achieved. Conclusion. Actually, it's quite simple. Although it's not always easy and sometimes the decisions can be complicated. Sometimes rejecting an unnecessary expense can be difficult when we are stressed or tired, and we just want a little treat. But it's not necessary to aim for perfection. Just improve a little, and then repeat that process over and over again. These 7 steps are basic and will help you simplify your finances, organizing them properly. Start with the first one, move on to the next, and then to the next. Achieving financial stability is similar to improving your physical state. You don't start at the top, but from where you are. You move a little further and strive to improve a little each time without giving up. You will find that the process is rewarding and enjoyable. You will realize that you understand and that it works. It's that simple and effective. It's time for us to sign off now. We invite you to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell. See you next time.